Hey Madison, okay, I just got your question and I'm sure some other people might also have this question. So I'm just going to make this video to clarify this for everyone. What you're doing is, first of all, you're going to choose your domain name and you're going to choose the website you want to rank. Okay, so for example, let's say that we have a website named violinmasterreview.info. Okay, so the keyword I want to rank for is violin master review, right? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to install WordPress on this like you always would. Okay, so there'll be one WordPress installation on violinmasterreview.info. Okay, now you'll build your website out exactly like I show in the guide. Okay, you just do all of that stuff. Now you're going to do the second install, and the second install is going to go on not on a subdomain but on a additional directory, and I'm going to show you how to do that exactly. .info slash blog or slash article, something like that. Okay, now here's what you're going to do for that. So you are in your cPanel. Okay, you don't need to go to add-on domains or subdomains or anything like that. You're going to go to Fantastico, okay, which is what you typically would use to install your WordPress installations. So you're going to go to Fantastico and then you're going to go to WordPress, and it's going to show you what you have already on this host. Okay, now on this I don't have all my sites, so don't be misled into thinking that I only have a few sites that I'm working with. Most of my sites are on my dedicated server. But here's what you're looking for. You're gonna see the we have Violin Master Pro Review. Okay, that's the actual domain. Now I want to install a second installation of WordPress here, so I'm gonna click on New Installation. Okay, and it's gonna ask me where I want to install it. It's gonna ask me for a domain name to install it on, so I'm gonna choose Violin Master Pro Review .info is the domain name, and it's going to ask me for an install directory, and now I'm going to say articles. Okay, now you're going to choose a username and password to log in. Okay, an admin nickname, just say admin, and your email address, email whatever it is. Your site name is going to basically be since this is a violin related product, I want to go broader, right? Just like I taught that we want to have the Autoblog needs to be a very broad niche that is associated with the main thing. So we're going to go with music and musical instruments and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about music and musical instruments. Okay, that's going to be our site name. Description would be all about music. Okay, it doesn't need to be very complex whatsoever. You can click on finish installation. Now this will install the website for you, install the new WordPress installation on violinmasterproreview.info/articles. Okay, so at this point you will have two separate installs of WordPress on the same site. One is on violinmasterproreview.info and the other one is on violinmasterproreview.info/articles. So that's basically how you're going to go ahead and make two separate installs of WordPress. If you want to access your regular WordPress install, then the way you do that is you go to /wp-admin, right? And that's where you log in. If you want to access this one, then what you do is you go to /articles/wp-admin. So these are two separate installs of WordPress on the same domain. They have two separate logins. You're going to go in and you can change the settings on the two different WordPress differently. And that's why this thing works, because your settings in this one are typically not going to help you make sales whatsoever, but they are really liked by Google. But Google is going to assign all the benefits from this installation to your main domain name. So it's going to help you rank and stick in your ranking for the main domain, and it's going to stay up there for a very long time because you have all automated fresh content coming in at all times. So because you have this fresh content coming in, Google is going to think that your domain is constantly updated, and that's why your domain will stay in the rankings very well. Plus it's going to constantly keep pinging and sending the Googlebot back to your site, which is going to help increase the page rank of your site as well, and so on and so forth. Now I'll go over some of these specific questions. I know you probably are wondering how that affects page rank and stuff like that, and we can go over all of that during the webinar. That's why I'm doing a webinar, because I want to answer all the possible questions. So hopefully this helps you out and you understand how to do this. You don't need to go to subdomains, you don't need to go to add-on domains. You will just go to Fantastico and it'll ask you to install on what domain. You'll put the domain name. It'll ask you what directory to install it in. You're going to put a directory name in there. Okay, that's it. It's not as complicated as you might think. All right, so let me know if you have any more questions, And if you want, you can just post the questions during the webinar and I'll go over those. Alrighty, I'll talk with you later.